Welcome to the RJ3K podcast number 2. I'm your co-host. We're
both co-hosts.
I'm a host from my perspective, but I am your co-host. You're also a host, but
well, you often do lead the discussion.
I
Probably
shouldn't be allowed. Shouldn't be allowed.
You know how to commandeer it better than I do. For the most part, you do.
You just don't know how to truly opine on a subject like Todd Glass. You got to be able to speak your mind, turn off those filters, let it all spill out. And I have got to stop doing comma splice like diatribes. I start talking like this, and I keep getting it like this, comma this, but it's no good. But anyway, you're not here to listen to
our failures in the past.
Me talking about my junk.
No. The last one got a little rowdy. We're reeling this one in. We're throwing, as you would say, we're throwing some water on ourselves.
We're dousing
the flames of
me. This person was not on the same page. I was not on the same page with him last time, and I was in the wrong. I messed up, pulled a Jeremy. See, now that we're on this channel, we can name drop.
Until it blows up.
Until it comes back at us.
It'll come back and it'll hurt us.
Jeremy's going to hear that, and he'll be shaking in his boots at home, and he'll say, I'm going to get those...
Rattling in your boots.
I'm going to get those fuckers one day. But I guess we should start off by saying, what have you been doing lately? Tell me about your life recently. You got to open up that personal book of Chris. Tell me,
how personal are we getting?
I don't want to hear about your sexual. Well, yeah, I do want to hear about. No, tell me what do you eat for breakfast?
I didn't eat. I don't eat breakfast. I don't.
If you did eat breakfast, what would you have had?
A banana.
That's it. Okay. I'll take it. This morning I woke up and ate a Red Baron pizza for breakfast.
That's healthy, yeah. That's good.
Some days I'll come home from work. I work overnight. And I'll have a beer and pizza for breakfast. I'm gonna die. I gotta.
For someone who's not in college, that's a really college-like breakfast. That's beautiful.
The behavior carries on. I'm still in my freshman year.
I'm entering my 3rd trimester.
I'm in my full. I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
Okay, did you see Shia LaBeouf?
I saw some videos of it, but I don't know what it is. And I saw that IGN made some shit video about it, and I watched it. And
I think it's worth talking about just for us.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Oh.
Yesterday, you said
Here's hair.
So just do it!
Is this
Make
like
your dreams come true!
This is real.
Do it!
He's really hard for, work right now, isn't he? Like,
I really wish I could know what his goal was.
Nothing is impossible.
I hate this man.
There was something I saw him in that I liked.
Indiana Jones.
No. I liked Even Stevens when I was a kid.
Yeah, sure, when you were a kid.
But that's the kind of thing his talent is fit for, I think.
Nothing.
Oh, I know what I saw him in. He was in a Sia music video that for some reason I didn't...
The naked one?
Yeah, I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. I don't know why.
Oh.
It was really weird, and I thought that was cool. What is that pose?
What was that?
Just leave it there, I guess.
He's like a big guy.
He got buff. But look at that hair.
So why did this blow up? I don't get it.
Because it's fucking crazy, and people like, people careening off the...
You think this is the end for him?
No.
You think he's gonna pull some...
I mean, he's done a lot of weird stuff in the past. Like, do you remember when he wore, like, what the fuck was it? A brown paper bag over his head at an awards ceremony?
Yeah, that was recently.
And it was to say, "Oh, I'm a nobody."
He said,
"My career's
I'm
over.
done
I'm
being
nobody."
famous.
Yeah,
something like that.
He probably is, I don't know, bipolar or something. A lot of child stars get really fucked up. in the beginning.
How old was he in Even Stevens? Like, I really have no idea.
I'm sure he was, between 15 and 20.
That's what I
when
was
he
thinking.
Doing
Yeah.
that. I like that show.
Did you ever watch the Even Stevens movie?
No. Did they
You're like lost on an island.
Oh my god! I was about to say, did they go to like Hawaii or
They
something?
go to like Catalina Island or something. It's dumb.
Transitioning from that for some reason into dumb things.
Oh, well, okay, we're on the topic.
Since you mentioned Catalina, I'm going to make an admission here.
Okay.
I really like the movie Step Brothers.
It's
I
pretty funny. I mean,
really like it. And I acknowledge that it is the kind of movie that
that is
I
an
should
admission
hate.
for you.
I should hate that movie.
You should.
But I really...
That's not a Judd Apatow movie, is it?
No.
No, okay.
I would... I don't...
No, he does Seth Rogen shit.
I don't know that it is, but if it was, I would know. If that makes any sense.
You'd have Seth Rogen going,
No.
I
could do Seth Rogen noise.
yeah,
Peaked.
I could see the Seth Rogen peak.
Seth Rogen... I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say.
You know, I thought I hadn't really been exposed to James Franco at all.
Oh,
And
God.
the first thing I ever saw him in was 127 Hours. You know what that is, right?
It's like his best
and
anything.
it was like really good.
I know.
And so I looked everything
He's a
else
dick.
up, and then I thought,
What's
this-
Pineapple Express,
that
man?
movie's awful.
I know, dude, but there's pot in it, so it's cool.
It's terrible.
Like
That's a Judd Apatow
they
movie,
talk
isn't
about
it?
weed, and then in another Judd Apatow movie, talk about weed. Didn't he do that movie? We're the Millers or whatever, where that whole family like had to deliver that giant truck RV full of pot.
That's what that was about.
Yeah,
I think that was like Jason Sudeikis.
I don't know, but it's the same type
the
of
same
thing
thing,
to
yeah.
me. And okay, here's the subject.
It's a movie that it'll make enough money back to make another movie for. You know, that's all it is. It's like
what they do with
romantic
horror
comedies.
films.
It's romantic comedies. They just make a shitty movie, get some money out of it, and they keep doing it. It's a cycle. It's terrible.
Did we talk about now? This may be something we personally have talked about, but did we talk about people who are immediately excited for things beyond a reasonable level
I'm sure.
to the point that it's annoying?
like a hype.
Like I was telling you about that it was at some con when they first revealed Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice or whatever.
Yeah.
And the moment they revealed the logo, one guy goes, "Oh!" Like a pained scream of like
That's like
agony and
it's
excitement.
maybe a 2-hour movie that you spend $10 on. It's gonna make you emote that kind of horrifying sound.
And he started chanting, "Yes! Yes!"
The best is
Oh God. No.
like why?
No.
Oh.
Why do people still do that?
Do you know people that clap, or have you been in a movie where people clap at the end?
Yes, and it's worse when they stand up because then you feel like, should I stand up?
People, oh God, when I saw The Dark Knight Rises, people were going crazy. Oh,
I
you were
w-
there.
I would have.
You were
done
there.
It. I would have. I think I did.
Were we
it.
in the same theater though?
Pretty sure.
I just remember. Do you remember the shot of him like on the bridge and everyone, all the nerds were just like, oh! Like, what were you expecting? It's Batman. He's gonna win. Shut up. Stop.
The look
sorry,
on your
getting
face as
upset.
you made that. Ah! That's what made that. You sold it. But yeah, it's okay. So, as someone who is frequently on the internet, like many people, I know I like to kind of pride myself on knowing that, okay, I know Marvel's going to shit out like 2 or 3 movies every single year just out of obligation and money.
Reskinned movie.
Yeah. And people are still, Ant-Man! Ah! Ah! And I just... How can these people exist? It's the same thing. How can they not see this experience? Okay, I just watched Iron Man 2. I've seen every Marvel movie. How can they not say that to themselves and stop freaking out about these fucking things?
I don't understand. Comic books have been in. Everybody likes comic book movies right now. It's not like a niche
been like this
thing.
since
It's not a
2004.
niche thing anymore. Comic books should not. It should be like a specialty, like thing that you seek out. It's unavoidable right now, and it's painful. I don't like it. I didn't like it to begin with, but you know, yeah, I don't understand.
You like Star Wars, so I'll never understand you.
I love Star Wars. I think
I'll never understand what you like and don't like. Because you like fucking Star Wars. But it's Star Wars. I love it, but I know it's very bad in a lot of ways.
It's not okay. Yeah,
It is. The scale of the production alone is the only thing that's
you
worth
have to look
noting.
at it from a technological
That's it.
standpoint. You know, like a filmmaker standpoint. Not that we're like filmmakers, but we dabbled in it.
I am.
So
#1 film.
you understand that it's pretty tough to make. That's
Especially
1977.
all those laser effects alone
And
in camera.
everything is a model.
I know.
It's really cool.
And it
like the way they did the credits, didn't they just get a piece of paper and like drag it along? Or
Yes,
something?
the explosions they don't look like they're explosions of a small thing, because
Yeah.
small explosions versus real ones, but still, I think I can like it on that basis of the technological achievement, but that I think the only other thing keeping me from being like, oh god, this is just trash, is childhood nostalgia. Yeah.
Star Wars specifically.
Yeah. Like, that's the only reason I still love the story and the characters, I feel like. Because a lot of them are heinously underdeveloped. The acting is atrocious. It's just the most standard, like, chosen one story, takes down the big evil thing.
Yeah.
But
well, when you look at
still
like
love it.
storytelling in the same era, when you look at like The Godfather or something, yeah, it's sophomoric, I'd say at best.
I will say this, though. The whole... Another thing that ought to be a detractor for me from a religious standpoint is the whole thing has just obsessively forced Christian undertones. The Force and all that, and, the being the last of it and everyone turned on it, all that crap.
Well, and then there was the Matrix thing, like Trinity.
Yeah. It's just like the most common story thread.
It's really easy to
And
make, yeah.
I will say this about Star Wars.
And sorry to cut you in, but like people that don't know about storytelling think, oh, it's a Christian allegory. Yeah, everything is almost.
This I think is a little more, just because George Lucas is a very devout Christian, and
I didn't know that.
has mentioned it publicly, and it's just like every time they start talking about the Force, it's like it's like a romantic thing, and they look around, it's just I don't know, it came off as more Christian than like Matrix.
Oh yeah.
Like people can bend things to mean that, but I don't think. I would say Star Wars. I don't know. Anyway, I like their expanded universe a lot. I think it's very
I do too.
thought out, and just the mythos it has and establishes within the first movie alone, like A New Hope I watched recently. They establish so much in 20 minutes. Just like that I'll give them that.
Here's the thing, Star Wars, for the most part, even in the expanded universe, is pretty consistent with itself. And
I'd say that, yeah.
I don't know why I even did this. I was on a road trip. I just got back last night, and I found myself watching Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I don't know why. I don't like Harry Potter, but I was
really
watching
strange.
it, and I just thought, this isn't good. It's not bad, but it's really consistent, and that's it. You know what's gonna happen.
If
Like
you watch
you
the
know
fifth
the
one-
rules of the world. Game of Thrones, that's my problem. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Is that really a problem, or is that like something you should be excited for?
No, I don't think it's not an unexpected thing. It's not a storytelling thing. It's this hasn't happened the whole show, and all of a sudden the rules are different. That's what it is. They bend the rules all the time in that show.
That's true. That's true.
And I like the show a lot. I finally caught up with it.
Oh, are you caught up as of this week?
Yes.
Last episode.
It got great reviews. I didn't care for it.
It was okay.
I don't like the White Walker. But
I'm not fond of it.
That's the thing. Harry Potter and Star Wars are very consistent. You have an idea of the universe and what it's about.
I like Harry Potter.
I think it's fine.
It's just I really I think it's one of the most immersive universes. I don't know.
It has a well-built universe, yeah.
It's just addictive to me in a lot of ways. I don't know. I like the confines of the castle and the look. I don't know. Like, I don't.
It's not trying to overdo.
I'm
like,
not.
You know.
I'm not an
I don't think it
outspoken Harry Potter fan.
Ugh.
Like a lot of people are. Like a lot of people get into just the concept of fandom. Like there's people who a lot of the times on Tumblr. Like Tumblr is like a celebration of fandoms for the most part, and people will describe themselves as a fandom jumper. Just like, oh, I'm really into fandoms. I like just being into the whole spirit
Be a
of it.
fan of fans, like
Yeah, that's essentially what they do. A lot of people do that, and someone I knew in college and roomed with. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Star Wars is great.
new one looks good.
It does.
I'm
That-
excited.
That ship fell.
That did.
It's in the sand. Fucking gnats. I'll see it.
I have a topic to bring up really quick.
Tell me more.
I was just thinking about this because I have some pictures I'm gonna read off in a little bit.
When
When you were in school, did you have any run-ins with some eccentric fellows? I'm sure you did at that school.
I ran into many. I could talk about that for a while. Do you want me to talk about that?
Yeah, go for it. I was just interested.
Tell me yours first.
Well, my school has a Reddit, a subreddit,
Mm.
and there's this being. He roams the streets like a ghost. He is always on a Segway.
Is he the furry guy?
No, that's Wolf Kid. No, don't get them confused.
That's Wolf.
This guy, he rides on a Segway around campus and has a bandana on, like, over his mouth. He's like a smuggler. And he finally did, like, an Ask Me Anything on Reddit. You know those,
yeah.
right? So he answered some key questions. So, this guy is a big deal at the school. Like, people latch onto him.
He isn't just like
Speaking
a
of
big
consistent
joke.
universes.
People like him.
No, people... He's a dick, honestly.
Oh.
He honks at you on his Segway.
Oh no. Does he have a razor scooter?
No, I've never seen him not on the Segway. I swear to God. And that sounds like a joke, but it's not.
It's like a legend.
Here we go. How do you feel about the moniker Segway Kid? And his answer, I didn't pick it, the people did. The real question is how they feel about it. I've had worse names over the years. This guy, I need to show you a picture of him at some point. And then the last thing, this is brutal. Has a Segway ever gotten you laid? And then he says, getting laid isn't really my thing.
Oh, he's made for a Segway. Come on.
Oh, he's great.
Oh my God.
Do you have
Oh
any
my-
like legendary characters like that?
I had some legendary experiences.
Oh yeah.
When me and Joseph, our freshman year, we were like attached at the hip, and so we would encounter many strange things together, like really strange people, especially. And there was this guy named Charles.
Oh, fucking Charles. that
Fucking
guy?
Charles. You remember fucking Charles? Fucking Charles was like 6'4", and he had massive, huge. He kind of had hair like that long hair dude on Workaholics with the curly hair.
Oh yeah.
Except it was much bigger, but it was kind of that long hanging style. And he would put it up in like this on the top of his head samurai bun.
Okay.
And he always wore like some kind of athletic jersey with like a windbreaker over it. And it always looked really weird, and he always had frat shorts, if you know what that is.
Like really short shorts
Kind of.
and like brightly colored.
Yeah.
Okay.
Muted bright colors. And so
Pastels?
he looked like a clown. And so the first day, me and Joseph are on campus. We've moved in. It's like a weekend day. And we're just wandering around, trying to find something to do. And we just keep getting invited to parties. Like,
This is your freshman year, and you just moved in.
first day.
I bet you thought college was so cool right then.
No.
No.
Because I was still, like, awkward. I don't even want a beer, kid.
Oh.
And I don't want to be around anybody. That stuff makes you dumb. I'm smart. I'm a smart kid. And so was Joseph. We were, like, on totally the same page. And I kind of, for his benefit, was also like, yeah, let's... I knew that kind of thing that he'd feel uncomfortable with. So
Yeah.
I gravitated away from it kind of for my sake and his. And I mean, the first people we like hung out with took us back to an apartment. He knew this guy who knew somebody from back home or our school, and the moment we walk in, that like we get handed a pipe, and I'm just like,
I'm sure he didn't react well to that.
like, I didn't either at the time. I was just like,
Oh, really?
no, just before I went south, and it was just a series of awkward, like a bunch of people who are really enthusiastic about what they're doing, and like us both being just like, just over and over. And so we run into this dude on the this. We're walking along the sidewalk, and there's another sidewalk across the street, and this fucking Charles comes up and he introduces himself as, I'm fucking Charles.
Like so much disdain for his own name.
I was wondering if you wanted to come to this fucking party we're having tonight. It's gonna be pretty fucking crazy. And this dude just like kept every sentence fucking. And I say it a lot. The F word. But this dude would
Don't
not
say the
stop.
fuck word.
Ugh, it was horrible. But basically, I mean that's really it. Wasn't really going anywhere with
Just
that.
a character.
We just met him once, and he always said hi after that point. And whenever we saw him, like, here's a revelation. I don't know if I may have told you this. Joseph and I did everything together that first semester.
Right.
We would go to the shower together. We wouldn't be in
You
the
wouldn't
same
shower together. You would go together.
But we would like talk to each other through the shower, like stall doors or whatever, and like laugh and make jokes, and like we'd see the top of Charles' like froey head enter the shower
Like a
across
shark.
from us, and like I'd just lift my head over like Joseph's divider, and be like, Charles. And so I mean, it just evolved out of nothing into something. Just every time we saw him, Charles, fucking Charles. You go. I have more.
I think I touched on this with the old channel, but we had
That old thing.
one of the first people I ever met. He was 25 years old, so we asked him. We were standing in line for something. I don't even remember what it was. Some stupid party, on-campus event. And since we were freshmen, we were dying to meet people. And so we asked him, like, how old are you? What's your
major?
What junior? What's your major?
What junior?
What year he was. And he pauses an uncomfortable amount of time. I had met Daniel for the first time. And we were just kind of like experiencing this horror together for the first time. And he says, the Rockets won in 1995, so I'm 25. That's fine. Whatever. If you want to go that route to remember your own age, that okay. But then we ask him what his major is. I would take a wild guess. What's his major? Taxes.
Are you serious?
His major was math. He was a graduate student in mathematics. He's not so good with numbers.
Oh.
And
He's
but
dead now.
no, he's still going. He's still going.
He got mauled by a wolf.
We noticed also that he had a wolf tail. It's that guy.
Was it like a real one or a?
Oh yeah, he'd cut it off a live wolf.
Cut it off with a lightsaber.
He had a wolf tail and wolf paws like gloves.
And was he listening to techno?
He was going to a rave, actually. Yes.
No.
Yeah, we were freshmen, young and impressionable. And we were going to like this on-campus horrible event, and it was just like a rave party.
Did he ask you to be his pup?
That's what I'm getting to right now. We found his Facebook account, and constantly,
pups.
his dad and his mom are on his Facebook account, and they bring real-world confrontation onto Facebook. They ask him, like, what are you going to be doing later on tonight, son? They post on his wall, like...
Nothing.
No, and he'll answer, like, a full response, like, well, I'm going to look for a job tonight, and then I'm going to gather all of my things for the next con coming up. My favorite post, though, it's kind of sad, but it's a wolf kid. Psh, whatever. Not very nice.
I'm one step away from being that.
But he said something about, like, I'm really excited to go trick-or-treating tonight. This is a 25-year-old man. He's 27 now, I guess. His dad just goes, son, you're too old to be wearing masks.
On Facebook?
No response. Yeah, that was it. That was so good. This another legend of the school. Another hero, I would say. A villain, even. Segway Kid's a dick. This guy's just funny.
Segway Kid's a dick.
Oh, but that was it. That was
Fuck the Segway Kid. He is no good. Okay. Let me take a turn here.
Yeah. Just careening.
So really, what I don't have. I only had a few really good friends in college,
Yeah, I have a solid group of like 4 or 5 people.
and by the end of college, I hated all of them pretty much.
Oh. Well, I hope that doesn't happen.
Well, just don't be a moody bitch like me. And also don't screw people you shouldn't. Anyway,
All right, I'll remember that.
keep it really vague and kind of upsetting sounding. So, most of the things I remember that are like significant, like weird people, I think this channel deserves Balloon Girl.
I have not heard about Balloon Girl yet.
I told you. I know I told.
No.
I had to tell you about Balloon Girl.
No, I haven't told you about Space Boy either.
These notorious sounding names.
I like there's a boy or kid or girl. Like after
I wish one was Chub
Alright.
Girl.
What?
Nothing.
Tub girl?
Chub Girl.
Chub.
I just want to say the word chub. It's horrible.
I'll tell you about Lizard Wizard.
Lizard Man. Okay, let me
Alright,
tell
yeah,
you
yeah,
about
go on your
Balloon Girl.
I want to hear. This
You'll pick up on this because I know I've told you, and it's very memorable.
bizarre sounding.
So, at the college I went to, there was this girl who was like,
Balloon Girl. Get over that.
she was just like super nerdy, but also like trying to do like this emo look. And she had a really short hairstyle, and she was waifish and nebbishy. And I don't know, she was weird and like pale and had glasses. She was really nerdy and whatever, and she would always like wear annoying like Devil Wears Prada t-shirts with like Reptar on them.
Oh yeah. Fuck that. That was me in 9th grade.
I can't judge anyone.
Yeah.
I'm like fucked for
like
years in
the,
regard to that.
Sorry to like go off on a little tangent, but
Please,
you said
that's
you
what we're about.
You only had band shirts because you didn't know how to dress. So funny.
It was so easy. It was like,
It is easy.
hey, I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. No, 3. I'm alienating myself from normal people, and I'm letting them know. This is what I listen to. Stay away. Like I thought it would be something that like brought people to me. Oh, I love that band. I don't know anybody who likes them. They're terrible, so nobody likes them, but I do, or something. Anyway,
I have I have a friend back in I mentioned something about the your shirt, the contortionist shirt or something. Like we had mentioned that, and he just goes, he lives with a contortionist?
what? What? I was expecting so much worse, like some like really scathing
So
comment.
stupid. No, nobody knows who that is.
He's got a contortionist shirt.
You know, he lives
That band
with a
sucks.
contortionist.
Check out. Don't check them out. I mean, they're okay. But so Balloon Girl,
Oh yeah, please.
she was like, I don't know. She was just a lot of things I didn't like before this incident happened.
Is she a meme spouter?
Oh yeah, that kind of person. She had it.
you
Yeah,
know.
she liked My Little Pony and Friendship is Magic, and had like she wore a Brony T-shirt, like the ones they sell at Hot Topic.
Anytime you mention a nerdy girl and have a certain trace of like derision in your voice, you know they're a meme spouter.
And they're also into something called Homestuck. I don't know if you know what Homestuck is.
How? Yes, okay.
I'm
I don't
amazed
know what
you know
it
what
is.
Homestuck is.
I don't know what it is, but that's what everybody says. But they're aware of its existence.
Terrible internet web series that
Yeah,
a lot
that's
of
all I know
anime
about it.
fans get into because it's like obsessively referential.
I've seen so many people with like hats on and shit.
Those little like they look like candy corn horns.
horns, yeah.
Yeah. That I'm sorry, even if you're at a con, you should be shot on spot. I don't know if I should leave that in.
Nah, leave it in.
Think about that while I edit it
No,
tomorrow or
leave it in.
whatever. Probably edit this the day after tomorrow because I have to work all day tomorrow.
Leave it in.
Well, yeah, she's that type, and she just, I don't know, she'd still wear very Hot Topic-y clothes and, like, orange denim pants, like, bright acidic orange. And I am very, very, very liberal, I guess you could say, and socially. And she was all about, I love all my gay guy friends. They're so great. I love my gay friends. They're so fun. I'm going to go over and shoot the shit with them, and we're going to be all gay together and funny. I am not a homophobe, but, like, when people like someone based off of the fact that, oh, you're gay, I like you already. Just like, that shouldn't have anything to do with liking someone.
It's kind of defeating the purpose of equality, I guess.
Just like, that's all she wanted to hang around, and she was, I don't know, there's like a type of girl that's really comfortable around gay guys only, and has like no female friends, and it's odd. But anyway, and she was friends with yet another legend of that college I have to tell you about. This is a big subject.
Oh, yeah.
This is really big. We got news and everything ahead of us. Okay, so I had to take choir because I was a guitar major, instrumental performance, that was my focus. And you have to have a large ensemble. And God knows I'm not going to fucking do band. So, because I hate band people. They're freaks. And so are choir people. They're just like freaks that are really proud of how freakish they are.
The worst.
So I'm in this choir class, and it's just so funny. A lot of people had to take choir, university choir, as just a part of their music program, and they were instrumentalists. Why the fuck do you... I mean, it makes sense to have your instrumentalists know how to sing a little bit, because there's just, like, basic... Like,
this wasn't like a music theory, it was just choir?
Yeah, it was just generic choir. It was university choir.
So it was like a core
Anyone
class.
outside, non-music majors could join. And boy, did I meet some
It wasn't really
funny fuckers.
Wow, yeah.
It's the first step in choir as a major, but there's still non-majors there. And there were so many experiences. I was so upset in this class because there's most people who are like, a guitarist is a type of person. And guitarists are kind of individualistic and don't like other people that much and are kind of standoffish, no nonsense. So you got all these fucking, like, cynical, jaded, like, guitar majors with massive beards and, like, heavy metal t-shirts standing in the back of the room where all these bright little rays of sunshine are trying to be all angelic with their voices.
I guarantee, like, all of them are just like,
yeah, and we're just fucking
dumb.
miserable.
I'm only doing this because I have to.
Like, there was this one guy, this Greek guy named Michael, who had this huge, the best beard I've ever seen. Perfect. Massive, overgrown. The choir teacher would look to the back to all the bass people, because basically if you don't want to sing and you have to express your voice type, you just mumble, and so they put you in bass.
Right.
She'd say, all right, basses, Michael, I need you to sing, open your mouth, and he'd just stare. He'd just stare, just wouldn't open his mouth, his expression wouldn't change, just look her dead in the eye, just do nothing. Every day.
Oh.
That dude was awesome. There were some fun people in the guitar group, I gotta say, but
when I was in choir in, like, elementary school, I would mouth the words. I didn't.
Oh my god,
I couldn't do it.
I would do the thing they told you to do in elementary school, just say banana over and over.
I had never heard that.
And when you try to mouth a word for a really long time, it makes you want to yawn.
Yeah, that's true, because you change your, like, breathing pattern.
And so I'd be sitting there yawning all the time, thinking, like, oh, do they know what I'm
You're
doing?
just belting it out, they think.
Do they know what I'm doing? There's no... It's like feeling like I have to leave my mouth open to make them think I'm singing, and I can't cover it. Oh, that's funny.
Thanks for qualifying that.
Pointing it out. Okay, finally, Balloon Girl. So... Traditional choirs are divided into soprano, alto, tenor, and bass, and that's high to low. Mm-hmm. Obviously, tenor and bass are males, and so basses were in the back, and basses just didn't want to be there. They were all the people that just did not want to sing. Were so miserable and hated this type of setting. Instrumentalists do not like vocalists. Like, strict instrumentalists and strict vocalists do not like each other. Like, it's really funny. There's just very specific types of behavior among... Anyway. So, University Chorus was obviously open for the whole university. So, this girl who had to sing around the cafeteria doing cute stuff and hugging on people and wearing her funny little tiny backpacks with Yoshi on them and
Yellow
Pikachu and Yellow Kitty. And I the first day I see her show up, and I'm just like, no, I'm in for a semester of hell. And so one day, I don't know what we had done. Like, it was a really funny school because I like schools that have very low faculty, and the faculty is like irresponsible and like won't show up on time, and so people are just like sitting around fucking around in class waiting on teachers and throwing stuff. I like that. And so one day we're like, for guitar ensemble, it was one practice room down from the massive choir room. So we're sitting in there with our tiny little like tinny sounding instruments while you hear over and over right next door. You can't hear ourselves. And for some reason, this was like the community practice room, this big room with a massive tall ceiling. It was like 2 stories, and someone had left an unopened pack of balloons in there, and we just started blowing them up for no reason, just like popping them and throwing them at each other. Just a bunch of 29-year-old dudes and me at the time young. And so for days there's just balloons overflowing into the fucking halls in the music building, and everyone's upset, and like people are falling on them because there would be so much congestion trying to go through the tiny little halls.
That's
like
awesome.
Half of the hall would be like a double bass locker, and like people can't get by, and like all these little like nerdy freshmen are upset and like trying to squeeze past a water fountain like in a bunch of balloons.
How could something so festive have so much horror?
It was so great. And people wouldn't just kick them, they just keep like tripping on them and just stepping. It was so good. So finally one day, it's like a Friday, I'm going home for the weekend, and this is my last class. It was always at 2 o'clock. And we decided to bring a bunch of the fucking... Me and, like, the guitarists are hanging out in the fucking practice room before, doing nothing, just, like, cussing. And we get a bunch of fucking balloons, and we go in there and just throw them all over the choir room. And a bunch of people, like, came in and popped them and fucked with them. This story has to be grandiose. Like, all the little details are worth it. They're worth it. And... It's not going to be like a big ending to the story. It's just going to be like a, oh my fucking god. And finally there's just like one balloon left, and we save it from this like soprano girl who keeps coming up trying to mid. And she keeps like trying to... she's trying to like... They kept trying to take him. Finally we were like, no. And like everyone already thinks all the guitarists are assholes, and so we just went with that, and we're assholes to everyone. It was great. So we're playing with this one balloon, and like Michael is just like beating it on Abe's head, and Abe's just like upset, and they're just throwing them back and forth at each other, just being stupid. A bunch of 30-year-old men, just with beards. It's just fantastic, just sitting in a choir room, like just laying back. It was wonderful. So finally, cute girl comes in with her little short hair and your new bangs and your little Yoshi backpack. Devil Wears Pride t-shirt. She goes over and sits down, and we keep like throwing the balloon back and forth and hitting it at each other, and like we're waiting on the teacher. It's like 1:15. Teacher's still not fucking there, probably like waking up drunk in their car or something. And suddenly a different girl, a really attractive girl too, rushes over, just storms over, and grabs the balloon and slams it into the trash can right next to us. Just slams it. And we're all just sitting there, like, bassists were basically just guitarists. We're just like, what just happened? And we're really just curious. So we get it out again. We just immediately pick it up and start hitting it back. And finally, this girl now just like almost runs over there. Not the cutesy girl, the one who took it before. Grabs it and leaves the room. Just leaves the fucking room with it. And we're all just sitting there like, okay, seriously, what the fuck is happening? And like Abe went to go get the rest of the pack of balloons or something. But we finally got word down the chain once class had started, down the choir rows, that the cutesy girl, Kelsey, was afraid of balloons. And that she had come into the back of the room and was like pacing around at the door, too afraid to go to the other side of the room to sit down because she thought the balloon on this other side of this massive room would explode, and that would be the end.
The end?
Just the end. And we didn't see her like standing in the background poking her head in like a fucking like nervous deer or something, whatever. And everyone thought after that we were even worse assholes. Just such fucking assholes because we kept playing with a balloon and we didn't know. We didn't fucking know. And oh, this girl, man, she was just. That is such. Unless you were like. So I'm trying not to be insensitive.
She would not like the nickname Balloon Girl.
I'm trying not to be insensitive.
That's neurotic. That's just.
But unless you were raped by a clown or something. I'm sorry. There's just no excuse for that.
You're right.
There's no.
Balloons. Have you seen the episodes of like Maury or something where like this girl's afraid of pickles? They bring out like a guy dressed as a pickle and he tries to hug her and she loses her mind.
Abe found this. He was the one who had blown up all the balloons in the first place. Abe found this shortly afterwards. This like, it wasn't a. I don't know. It was like a really tiny medicine ball, like a really small one, and you could like stroke the side of it and then make the same sound a balloon being like would make.
Yeah.
And we'd like that. We had this thing called recital hall attendance, where every Monday at like 3:15 you had to go watch. Eventually you would have to perform, but you would basically watch other students, you know, perform. And it was just like dead fucking quiet. And Balloon Girl comes in the back after going to the bathroom.
Was this a second run-in?
No, she was just there because she was, I don't know what, she was a music major, but I think she was a vocalist. Mm-hmm. And she comes in the back and just immediately the moment she sits down, there's this really poignant pause. And then you just hear... And oh my god! Oh! We were like on the side, and the whole auditorium turns to us, and I'm just staring dead ahead, sitting next to Abe, doing it. He's doing it. I'm just like, I can't turn and acknowledge them. I can't look at them, and I'm just hoping, Abe, stop, Abe. Just he does it like he did it 4 or 5 times before. The head of the music department was our guitar teacher. Eventually, like, he was up front and he just turned around and just kept staring at Abe until he... But, oh, God, just so funny. There are some things I miss about college.
That was Balloon Girl.
That was... I'm sorry, that was like a 25-minute story.
That reminds me. So...
The Balloon Girl podcast.
Picture... Okay. You've had those nights where it's like 3:30 a.m. or something like that, and you have to go out and get something.
You could walk everywhere where I was
Walmart
from,
or whatever. So I was with Daniel.
We took several of those trips.
It was like 3, 4 in the morning, maybe. We go to Walmart. It's like a Tuesday. It shouldn't be that.
I did that all the time with someone.
It's great.
One person in particular. Also Hispanic.
This was one of the to this day, this is the strangest thing I think I've ever seen. This is the strangest thing I've ever seen 2 humans do.
We're closed!
That was here.
Unrelated. I know.
Very related. This guy was on one of those little cart things. This like
the gatherer.
Yeah, it was like a young black guy. He worked there. Obviously, he had he's like a Walmart uniform on, and he was going in and out of like the electronic doors, the automatic doors, and he was just going, "Get out the dough! Get out the dough!" Like over and over. He said it like 10 times, "Get out the dough!" And his manager or someone higher up, like I think the managers wear like yellow shirts and the employees wear blue ones. He was leaning on some boxes, looking at him with the biggest frown on his face. He was upset, and this guy just, "Get out the dough!" Over and over, just going in a circle around the doors. And I swear to God, we walk by him, and we're like further in the store, and you just hear in the background, "Get out! Get out the dough! Get out the dough!" Like, what? Why? It's like 3 in the morning, and we're tired. We're a little delirious.
Oh, naturally.
We see this garbage happen.
Restless nights.
Horrifying. Oh, man.
That reminded me of... I have a coworker who's fairly new, who's really, really slow at his job. He's not slow, but he's slow at his job.
Right.
And he's really fat and really short and just, like, kind of terrifying looking. And so he's a mooch. The biggest mooch I can think of. I never really encountered mooches until I started smoking cigarettes. And, "Hey, man, can I bum one? Let me get one.
Can I bum a cigarette off of you?
You got a lighter, too? Thanks, I'll take that with me." Those people are a nightmare. Luckily, I don't smoke cigarettes much anymore, even though I saw what you fucking did. You fucking tweeted. Watch me smoke and whiz off the roof. God damn it. I deleted that.
I noticed.
We're professionals.
Yeah.
Went back in 64 do that? No. Well, I don't know. But, so, this new coworker, I don't know if it's because I have allowed him to do this, but first night, "Hey, bro, can I get a cigarette? Bro, let me get a cigarette." "Okay, here you go." "Oh, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much." 2 weeks later, walks up to me, "Cigarette."
Oh, you've conditioned him.
And I'm like, okay. Next few weeks, extended hand.
No, you've created a monster.
It is the most and like every time some nights
get your own.
Some nights it's pissed me off to the point where I'm like, I'm finally gonna tell this dude off. I'm just gonna be like, you have never had a fucking pack of cigarettes. What the fuck? If you want to be a smoker, I can buy your own fucking cigarettes. You owe me packs, cartons. Ugh. No, but I can never do it. Because, like, in the moment, I am just such a nice guy, and I know where he's at.
You can't have an enemy in your workplace.
I know.
You can't do that.
But I know exactly where he's at. He's the kind of guy who's nice enough to where he'd just be like, "Oh, all right." But no, if I'm sitting there with a cigarette, and he's just standing there, and on the smoke break at work, it's just like, it is so frustrating. And I'll bring a bunch of sodas. Like, I'll take 4 Mountain Dews, drink 4 sodas in one night at work sometimes. And just, "Hey, man, can I get a soda? Can I get another soda? Can I get another one? You got any more soda?" And he just does not know any bounds. I've never known anyone like it. I've never known in my life. I don't know how I got onto this. I was just thinking of weird people in my life, but won't stop. He's will not.
You get a cigarette?
No! Fuck you! God! It was always like, "Can I bum a cigarette, bruh?" Not,
Everyone
"Can
says
I have
that.
a cigarette?" No.
Can-
"Let me bum a cigarette."
Bum a cigarette off me, bro, Tinder.
Ranch, bruh.
Oh, God.
Fucking ranch. Are you gonna watch... We're taking a sharp fork in the road. True Detective Season 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll watch it too, then.
Why wouldn't you? I know it has, like, Vince Vaughn.
Oh!
But you're really gonna, like... I think the
Colin Farrell.
I like him. The first season
a real
of True
douche.
Detective was so good. How can you
Because
can't...
it's not the same thing.
You cannot possibly dismiss Season 2 just because of one actor.
Each episode, there will be a director for every 2 episodes.
Yeah.
A different director.
Yeah, you're right.
For every 2 episodes.
You're not curious to see how it turns out?
No. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you have. Come on.
That fucking. I know they want to be, we're an anthology, but that fucking season should just stand alone.
I agree. I think the name's bad.
Leave
and the show is so good.
Dude, I don't care about the name, but just the whatever Fukunaga,
Fukunaga,
whoever
yeah.
directed it. Did you know that they were gonna direct the It remake,
I did
the
not.
Stephen King's It remake, but that fell through.
The way that guy frames his
Horror?
shots are incredible.
I think it could be interesting for a clown demon
Yeah.
of King lore, but that's all I had to say about Harry. Let's actually get into some news at the fucking 51-minute mark. Can you believe it?
Oh, going great.
Oh, hi, Bats. Who was your favorite character in the whole Batman mythos?
I don't know.
Mine was Harvey Bullock.
I don't think about Harvey. Oh, good, the choppers. I don't know Batman that well. That's my answer.
Everyone knows Batman well.
Don't really.
I'm gonna play a little commercial for you.
Okay.
We're gonna bring up a different topic.
This is the bacon hot dog chip burger.
Oh shit! There's no fucking audio or
Look at that
vocals.
sex appeal.
I know. We got the Hardee's Most American Thick Burger.
Oh, I didn't know it was called that.
Tastes
No!
like freedom.
Meme spout.
American chick eating it with flags on her chest.
Fresh baked bun. It's the Most American Thick Burger. Only at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
Okay, this is
Hey, how many tweets have you seen that have that and says
America.
Oh! Oh, I hate it. I hate that.
I don't know how we haven't brought this up before in
I don't
anything
either.
we've ever done.
It makes me so mad when I see that
I
shit.
don't.
Ooh, you've
Steven
got-
does that.
My blood
all-
is boiling right now.
Steven does this all the time.
I know.
And I like Steven because he's like chaos, but
He is chaos incarnate.
I don't understand the appeal. Why anyone
Everybody
could feel
fucking does it. So why add to it?
Yes, if you see this over and over, why do you think, oh, I'm really doing something? That's not what they think, because they just think it's funny no matter what. I don't get it. It makes me really fucking upset. And it leads me into a segue for, why does nationalism exist? I've been wanting to ask you that for a long time.
Ugh,
What actual benefit,
real heavy question.
besides keeping the workers hardy and proud of where they are in ugly conditions, there is no actual logical reason for there to be nationalism. And people where I'm from...
Do you know the term Grand Falloon? You've heard that?
No.
I think Cat's Cradle, that's by Kurt Vonnegut, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it was coined in that. It was coined in that.
I don't remember
What
that.
it is, essentially, is like... It's a false sense of unity. It's like a community that really doesn't exist and only exists under the pretenses of there's a name.
I know what you mean.
That's what it is. It gives people something to work for, I guess. It gives you this bigger idea.
It's just something I could never get on board with. It's like the same reason.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know people from other countries, really, so why should I have a inflated sense of pride? I'm not proving anything to you.
Exactly. It's just like, just so many people, I ask this question, and they're just like, what are you fucking talking about? Well, you don't like where you're from? You some kind of fascist, communist bastard? No. Why do people do this, Chris? Please. Fucking podcast question of the week. Oh, yeah, we need to do a new email address. I don't like the one we have.
Okay.
I need it to be RJ3K Productions. That's just a production note. Email rj3kproductions@gmail.com. Why does nationalism exist? Let's hear your spin.
Answer yes.
Or no, and we'll delete you. We'll block you. Never get your request for a small logo shirt again. Thanks, Garrett. But yeah, I think the whole American pride thing is the most shameful thing ever, because I don't know. You'll see pride everywhere, like Haiti pride. I'm sure there's plenty of it, but it's just Americans seem the most obnoxious about it. And I'm just barking up the same tree that the rest of them goddamn liberals trying to tear down Ted Cruz for president.
My only reaction to that commercial, I didn't even notice the America stuff. I
immediately saw that and was
that's
revolted.
Gross. That's gimmick. That's gross.
Yeah, everything about it. It's sick. I mean, we know advertising is bullshit from the beginning, but Jesus.
You're hitting two really broad strokes with the sex appeal and America market.
I know. It's modern advertising at its worst.
Oh, yeah. And there's almost a sense of irony, but I don't think there is.
No. Moving on. Have you heard about the briefcase?
No.
All right, let me tell you about the briefcase. Here's the setup for the briefcase, and I'm amazed, actually, that the Mega 64 boys have not discussed this. The briefcase is... It's like a reality show. Well, let me show you the commercial real quick. Real quick.
Let me get down to it real quick.
Oh, shit. I got some stuff to move. Give me your review of Morris.
I cannot wait.
That's my review of Morris. We met with the man tonight. It was a little bit uneventful, but we maybe broke some ice. He looked at his phone a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting. Here's from AJ Plus. I don't know who the fuck he is. Oh, look at this guy.
Oh.
It's gonna tell you about the briefcase. Offering a struggling family $100K in cash. Yeah.
I've never seen so much money.
Great idea. But there's a catch, yo.
You can keep all of the money, you can keep some of the money, or you could choose to give all of the money away.
If you decide not to keep it all, what's ever left is going to go help another family who may be in as much need or maybe more.
Keep it. That's easy.
He lost his leg in war. What an unselfish act for him to do.
This decision has nothing to do with me. It has to do with my family, my girls. I want them to look at me when they grow older and say, "Who's proud of you?"
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it either.
But they have to face them in the end.
Given a briefcase with $100,000 cash and have been deciding on whether to share any money with each other.
Through it all, they'll learn that it's not the
Was this
money,
a Disney
but
movie
the
now?
journey that will teach them what they value
What is
most.
this? Yeah.
Fuck that. You know what that is?
Fuck what?
Fuck that. Because that's
one?
all that is just a news generating machine. That's stupid.
It's controversial from the
dumb.
start for the sake of it.
Shock jock on on network TV. It's stupid. Fuck that. No.
So
It's gonna be gone after this season.
it's catchy.
It's too radical.
You think it's too radical?
I do.
You actually say you're giving it that much credit?
It's in way over its head. I think it's billing itself to be this
It's too cruel.
this like moral questioning show, and
That's
it's
exactly
a
what it
CBS
is.
show. It's stupid. No, it's gonna be dumb. That's all it is.
I just wanted to see your reaction to that. Everybody, don't check out the briefcase. It sounds like a dumb idea. Sue CBS hashtag the week. Sue CBS
Hashtag weak.
hashtag of the week. Have you heard about this?
No,
You haven't heard about this at all?
no.
Well, I'm contemplating whether or not we should even do this on this episode, this installment. The Charlie Challenge is it's been blowing up the internet lately. It's essentially playing with a homemade Ouija board,
Okay.
And I think we have a little video here. I hope it's not just a fucking ad. Please, please, play. What is this? Play. Oh, great. It's just a constant ad generator. Well, let me tell you about this real quick. Because it's something I think we definitely need to do a video for.
Okay. Are we bringing a Ouija board in this house?
Not a real one.
Damn it.
I wouldn't care either way, though.
Yeah, I don't either.
What doesn't look annoying?
None of it.
Damn it. All of this looks really annoying. I hate YouTube thumbnails, man.
Just give me a brief rundown.
It's not. I don't actually know that much about it. It just sounded like something that we really should do. Because, you know, I would never do the ice bucket challenge, but
No.
when, like, you have a group of people doing internet-related things, like Mega64 did,
Yeah.
I think it was kind of funny that they did that.
What's going on, guys? Zenko Reaper here, bringing you another video today, and in today's
Thanks.
video,
Explained?
I'm gonna give you guys the explanation behind the Charlie
You sound like
Brown
Rock.
videos. These have recently gone viral, and there's been a lot of
I like the sound
videos on
quality.
Twitter, including reaction
Very
videos
industrial.
and different videos like that. But I'm here to give you guys
Being filmed in a refinery.
explanation to all of this. So, from what I know, there has been no real explanation released, and what I'm about to say is kind of
That's all you need.
here because I mean it's what I believe is the real reasoning behind it, the explanation. And I've had these two pencils in front of me for 20 minutes, and nothing has happened. They have not
I've
moved.
stared at them
Just a fucking idiot.
for 20
In
minutes.
the videos, when people start saying Charlie, Charlie, and they start asking questions, they tend to, release air when they talk. And I'm gonna start by blowing just a little bit of the pencil, how it does.
No.
This is him explaining the phenomena. Basically, it's like a Ouija board with fucking pencils that just does that.
So you guys can see. The pencil moves. Just
The
by
pencil
breathing. Now,
moves.
what I'm saying is
Great.
people can
Thanks,
unintentionally
Sherlock.
Breathe, and this moves the pencil, and this causes them to believe that there's some.
Okay, we don't need your fucking
something
explanation,
that's-
but basically you ask him a bunch of, crazy questions. And apparently, I don't know, it's been blowing up the fucking internet. I'm amazed you haven't heard about this.
I really haven't.
You
I've
being
been out of town.
#1 internet man.
I don't think I'm that at all.
But I think, yeah, we'll probably do that sometime. Just because, I don't know.
I want to turn it into something destructive.
Yes, or just somehow we can mock it really badly. Or the people that, really think it's real. Shit. We have more news, but we're, at the hour point. Damn it.
Do you want to keep going? Do you want to?
I'm gonna end on a kind of funny story. It's kind of a funny story. Great movie. No, it's not.
I already like the headline.
Pittsburgh bus slogan nixed because it's a racial slur when read backwards. Great stuff. Let's get a video going, everybody.
Sunday, September 27th.
Sunday.
Tickets pay for the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
Boggle.
Or run or walk the 5K. Either way, register today at RunGreatRace.com.
Okay, run great.
Are going fast, so
Let's
don't
run well.
The Port Authority is removing messages from the side of several buses because of a complaint.
The message
This is funny.
isn't a problem until it's read backwards. Amy Wattis has the story new at 6.
Zigging Zaggin is the center of a controversy involving the Port Authority of Alameda County. A few days ago, a driver was named after seeing the slogan on a bus.
He was dyslexic.
Yes, that's what I was thinking about.
That's not a racial slur when read backwards.
In terms of
Did I just see that on a bus?
No, that's not a surprise at all.
That's fucking awesome.
Oh, God, fantastic.
So, we felt the best thing to do was
Ziggin' zaggin'.
This slogan has been wrapped around 9 buses since
Fantastic.
2003, and this is the first time anyone.
Oh my God,
about it.
truly
These
fantastic.
9 buses are still out on the regular
loud.
bus route slogan and all.
She's out of sync.
She just said
They think
sloganin'.
the signage needs to be taken down immediately. Others don't see a problem with it.
Maybe an overreaction, but I could see y'all.
Says the white woman. Yeah.
Sunglassed white
Of course.
Then black
Then
man.
black guys. I hate it.
Backwards, zigging and zagging. You're a vehicle zigs and zags through the city to pick somebody up.
And the mediary.
Port Authority says it's coming off of the buses.
I wish it was a mixed guy.
It doesn't anticipate the removal process.
I'm pretty mixed on this issue.
We can do it in-house. Our employees can do that and peel it off.
John C. Reilly.
A couple of windows might have to be replaced if the
Oh,
signage leaves a mark
God.
when it's peeled off. Or
We may have to put some sort of a vinyl covering or something on to make sure the mark is completely covered.
since it's just 9 buses out of 700 in the entire fleet that have this slogan, the port does
Why are
not
there just 9 of
anticipate a
them?
disruption in service. Amy Wattis, RJ3K, TV News.
That's funny. That was really funny.
Yeah.
In case no one really understood what was happening, it's Ziggin Zaggin. Zaggin. Spell that backwards.
Please spell that backwards. Just spell that backwards and know that
it's all gonna be all right.
That's all I have. I don't even know what to say. Well, that's the end. We've reached the end. Thanks for listening, everybody. You can contact me at RJ3K Productions at gmail.com.
I'm fixing a hole where the rain gets in and stops my mind from wandering.